Good afternoon. It's Friday and welcome to Sabah's Way of Life. Now, as promised, after yesterday's video, I said I'd share what I'm doing in the kitchen. Actually, it's 1:30 now and it's probably what I've already done in the kitchen. Loads, because I started at 3:30 this morning. Hey ho, but I'm glad because I've got a lot done. So first up, what I want to share with you, and again, remember the reason I'm sharing this with you is to give you the encouragement and the inspiration for you to actually do this yourself. And the idea behind it is not to show you how to cook. You can go on any search engine or on YouTube to get these recipes. There are thousands, but it's really your state of mind, your way of thinking. So I was up at 3:30. I just woke up. It's one of those things. I had everything written down that I needed to cook today. 2 friends coming round to eat later. One coming a little earlier, so I did something for lunch. Who's not here yet, which is good because I can still get more things done. And I just slowly got on and did things one by one by one by one, which included cleaning quite a lot of the house as well. But let me show you first of all, let me turn this around. It's on this morning at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And it's on a slow cooker. It's a really old slow cooker and it's a brisket of beef. Now, if I open this up, you can just see the brisket there. And it's been cooking since 6 o'clock this morning. Not going to be eaten until 6 o'clock this evening, so it'll be really tender. Honestly, you could smell the home right now. It's delicious, because wait till I show you the rest. So that brisket of beef was a really simple recipe. Onions, garlic. What else is in there? Obviously, I seared the brisket, salt, pepper, onions, garlic, a few carrots, and that's it. Shallots, I put them in there as well. Let me see what else I've got in there. Yeah, that's it. Lots of garlic. This is a time of year you really need to put those antibiotics in you, and those antibiotics are garlic, antifungal, antiviral. Garlic is a magic potion medicine, which you can turn into a food medicine by putting it into your foods and saturating your cells with this nature's antiviral and antibiotic. And with all the things that are happening around us, this would be a very wise thing to do. Okay, and don't forget they work in harmony and in synergy with all the other ingredients that are in them. In the onions, one of the most magical things to help breathing, to pull out the mucosa from the lungs and so on. All right, so let me turn this around. I also chicken breasts, and with one of the chicken breasts, I've made a chicken. Well, it's not a soup yet because I'm going to blend it, but these chicken and leeks. So chicken leeks, a little bit of garlic. The leeks were actually from my freezer because I had them from last year, so I want to use them up. So it's the easiest thing and the most delicious thing to make. I had my own chicken stock. Talk about that in a minute because I've got another batch going. So the chicken stock was where the real nutrition is. The chicken breasts, they're the standard ones, not very good, but it's what I had. Leeks are from my garden last year. Garlic, so I've got those things in there. So the stock is full of wonderful nutrition from the bones. Just look up the benefit of bone broth, homemade. It's got everything in there. Garlic, ginger, cinnamon. Oh, I don't think yes, I did put it in today's stock. So that is going to be blended, and that's a lovely lunchtime drink. And for me, it'll even be kind of breakfast because I've not had breakfast yet. I'm not hungry. And this is another thing. When you've got a lot of things to do, don't fill your belly up because your entire brain is going to be working on digesting the food, and you'll become very lethargic. Hold off and just drink water, sips of water in between, or a glass of milk. Nothing that's going to put heaviness on your gut. I had half a chapati, which was in my freezer that I'd cooked, warmed it up and had that with a little bit of ghee this morning with my tea and my coffee, and that's it, nothing else. I think there was half a boiled egg in the fridge and I had that as well, but that hasn't really put any pressure on my gut. Okay, so that's that. Again, easy to make. The other thing, given that I'm making a chicken and leek soup, bake some bread. So over here I have got a stone ground wholemeal, 2 loaves. I always make 1,000 grams, 1 kilogram of flour, because then there's one for me and one for my parents. So this is about to go in the oven because it's a second proof, and you can see it's rising nicely, and I really need to put this in the oven. I put this on top, I wet it in hot water and then put it over the top to help it rise, helps it stay moist. Now with the second chicken breast, I cut it up and I marinated it in lots of herbs and spices, because I thought I can put this in the fridge and I can put it onto one of these wooden skewers and have that either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow for lunch with some rice and some salad. That'll be really nice. So I've done that as well. What have I got here? Oh yes, I've taken a rhubarb crumble out of the freezer, which I had prepared, and I think I'd even shared it here, that the rhubarb is from my garden. I'd made a crumble with oats, a little bit of flour, oats, hazelnuts and seeds. You can see sunflower seeds there as well. And I took it out the freezer, so that would be a nice warming dessert for today. Again, all homemade. We can have that with ice cream or with custard. And then over here, I'm preparing, and you can see this, another batch of chicken bone broth. Look at that. You can see the carcass is actually breaking up now. Hang on, I'm trying to, can you see? And I've got chicken necks, carcass and chicken feet. Let's see if I can find you a foot somewhere. Or has it all broken up? Oh yeah, you can see that foot. Look, that is a chicken foot. And you'll see the collagen, you know, the jelly-like substance coming off that. Delicious. I did cut the nails off. But anyway, I got these from the organic Willowbrook farm and I have them in my freezer. This has been cooking, again, for hours. And I've just left it here, reduce it a little bit more. I've got carrots, onion, garlic, all my herbs from my garden. I've got thyme, parsley, rosemary, all from the garden. What else have I got in here? That's kind of it, really. Those things, black pepper, cloves, cinnamon stick, a couple of bay leaves. These are things, you can look it up. I think Jamie Oliver's got quite a good one. It's very simple. Loads of people use different things, but this is a basic. I've got some leeks in there, just a few bits, a little bit of celery, because I don't like the taste of celery too much. So you've got to tailor it to your needs. And what else? I can't think. Oh yes, and then this morning, see these lovely beans? Well, these were sent by my sister-in-law. She picked them this morning, sent them with my brother. Was it this morning? Or last night? Last night. Sent them with my brother, who's over here at the moment, and he dropped these off. I picked them up this morning from my parents after massaging mum's knees and feet. So got everything done, and that's how to do it. If you've got a day at home, and it's nice to try to get quite a bit of cooking done in one day, but not so labour intensive. I mean, the slow cook brisket is easy. Prepare, that's done, and it's going to taste amazing with some mashed potatoes, and now I've got these green beans. The bread, once you've got into practice of making bread, I made loads of mistakes initially. You'll just do it, so it's just a standard recipe. Just shout if you want a recipe that I'm using. Again, what's in that? You just stick it all together. And what's in the chicken and leek soup? Not complicated, nutritious and absolutely delicious. That is how to do it. And most of the ingredients I've got are from the plant ingredients are from my back garden that I grew myself. It's a wonderful feeling. So I must go now, put the bread in the oven and turn the oven on now. And inspire you to do the same. If you're not doing it on a Friday, maybe you're working, you can do it tomorrow. But it helps to have all the ingredients at home. You know, make sure your freezer's got everything in. This is why I've got an inventory with everything in it, you see? And in a previous video I explained how I do that, and I tick things off because you're going to save hours later. It's just a no-brainer. And you're going to save so much time and so much money, because so many people throw things away. They don't even know what's in the freezer. I know every little thing that's in my freezer, and I use it all. Nothing goes in the bin. The only bin there is for food is the compost heap. Obviously I don't put meat in there. So everything is recycled, and the soil is from everything that I have grown and cooked and not used, and it goes in the heap. Okay, so I hope that gives you some inspiration, and I hope you have a lovely weekend.